So, for the family members directly involved in the scenario, what can be particularly problematic for those folks? Sorry?
In the scenario you said, I think we all have young.
Okay, right.
There's a lot of modeling.
Yes. Okay, can you hear? Did you hear?
No.
Potential for modeling, whether it's young moms or no matter who it is, there's the potential there. Yeah, very true. And a very powerful way to present an idea as well. Much more palatable for people when you can model what you're trying to, have them express. Anybody else? What other potential difficulties might be involved here? Yes?
It can be excluding for the other parents who are not, who are playing with their child and then there's people in the corner talking and it feels a bit exclusive.
Okay. Can be excluding to other parents. Okay, that's true. People don't quite know. It's a feeling of discomfort. Why do you think, just while we're on that, if you give us a thought to why people do that, why do you think are some of the reasons people do that?
Well, we had
discussed that we've already defined ourselves as good players and not good players with children, and I think that's what we assume, that people come in with a sense of how they play, and if they're feeling like, I'm not very good at this, that sort of thing. So they come in with preconceived ideas of how they play, so they find a comfort zone.
right, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's a really excellent point to keep in mind, because sometimes you can feel a bit agitated with people that do that, and you think it's coming from a bad place, and usually it's coming from a place of, I'm kind of scared and uncomfortable myself, and so I'm going to gravitate to wherever in this group that I'm going to feel the most comfortable. So if I know another mom and we can go and sit and have coffee together, that's usually what happens. So keep that in mind too. It's really important, I think. What about for the facilitator? What's problematic? Yes?
Volume in the room. Volume. How loud it gets when they start socializing. The kids raise their voices, the parents raise their voices.
Yes.
So it changes the dynamics of the group.
Okay. So volume changes the dynamic of the group. Okay, good. Anybody else?
It actually, it makes the facilitator responsible for those children whose parents are busy talking.
Right, okay.
So it changes the facilitator's role?
Right. Everybody hear that? Yeah, I think that's a really good point to keep in mind as well, right? And again, it can look like you can feel like, oh, they're coughing out, but try and understand, try and ask some questions and figure out, like, what is going on? Why are they doing that? Because I think this is a really common scenario. Okay, other adults? Well, again, some people have responded to that already, right? It creates a bit more chaos, a bit more volume in the group. People wondering, well, what's going on here? Like, who's leading this, and why are some sitting out and others aren't? Anything else there? Yeah.
What those parents are talking about.
Yes. What the parents are talking about. Good point. Okay? Don't be shy. I know you guys have lots of answers.
Well, I think the new parents coming in, then it's not clear what their role should be.
Right. That's true. So new people coming in, I'm not sure, like, what's going on, right? What am I supposed to do here? Do I withdraw from this situation, let the facilitator take over, or is my role to get engaged? Yeah. And what about for the children? What can be problematic for them? Yes?
I find sometimes that I see frustration in the kids, people calling, Mom, I want to show them something, that's what I need, or what I did, and, maybe they're in a moment, and so a lot of frustration.
Yeah. I haven't been in this situation, but it would seem to me that sometimes these moms would come into this situation thinking it's a break for them, right? And that's not where you're coming from, but they are, so that's true. They'll kind of hand them over to you. Anything else? The children? Yeah.
The potential of a moment of learning being missed, where a parent can point something out, or there can be a real moment of learning that can be just altogether missed. Sure. If there isn't an adult or parent to support the child through their play and
Yeah. Very good, yeah. So some potential learning that can get missed here. Certainly some frustration for some children, for sure. Okay, for the Strong Start program. We've not touched on anything so far that might be thinking about that in terms of the program? Not at all? Okay.
Well, for me, Diane, I mean, the program it's clear the direction that the program is supposed to be, you know, a family connection, a family engagement program. And so for me, this scenario really speaks to that if the families are not being encouraged to engage with their children, that really doesn't meet the mandate of the program. It's sort of contrary to the mandate of the program. So I think it does have implications for the program overall and the reputation of the program.
Okay, good. Something that I heard from somebody, and I always remembered it, and it's a good thing to remember here, I think, too, when you're working with people and you're not sure what their intentions are, like why are they doing something. And somebody in a different scenario but said to me, everything can be something else. And that's always stuck with me. And it was actually in a discussion around what people thought was a child that was being sexually abused. And it really looked like, the behaviors looked like that, but it was totally something else. And we're quick to jump to conclusions. So always just keep that in the back burner. And it leaves you then in a position where you're more open to asking questions.